Hello.
Hello everyone.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to I'm Working Late.
Episode 7.
Episode 7. We're running through them now.
We're getting by, guys.
And today we're in super girl code, pink and purple.
We're in super. Purple's my favourite colour. Always
you
will
give
be.
purple. Oh my god, have you seen this purple sister, pink sister thing?
No, but Millie's defo the shower, Millie. She's defo a pink sister.
See, Lauren's the purple sister and I was always the pink sister.
Are we sistering right now?
We're sistering.
Have we upgraded? Oh, you got a promotion.
You got a promotion.
Where's that from?
I don't know.
You know what I'm on about, don't you?
Troubles of things not being my phone.
Did you memorise that?
No, I didn't see it actually.
Okay, well, it's fine. Anyway.
Okay, this episode, hello everyone and welcome. This episode is about what no one tells you about your first job.
Wow. Heavy.
Heavy, a big subject. We've all had first jobs. All had first jobs.
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all?
And if you haven't, you will have your first job.
Hopefully.
Unless you never work.
Unless you never work, yeah.
Which, congratulations.
Or commiserations if it's a disability and it's an issue. But, yeah, anyway. So we're going to be discussing the kind of things that perhaps they don't tell you in your job description, but you pick up, or that you don't know, and then you suddenly have to know.
Yeah.
How you navigate your first job and what your first job was. And that leads me really nicely into our question
Great
of the
segue.
week.
Sorry.
Oh my god, she forgot.
Right, 3, 2, 1.
Question of the week. There we go. We can't do it.
I'm going to
unless it's
start
in unison.
switching up my key so I can like harmonise. And like I'm really going to throw it. Maybe one day I'll go for a really deep bass. And you just won't know. You won't know until I do it.
Oh my gosh.
That's a threat.
So our question of the week
Yes.
this week, which we asked our viewers on all our
Can
social
I
media
answer it
pages,
as well?
you can. Was what was your first job?
Okay.
Now I love this question. I think this was devised by me. Okay, this came out of my own brain, and I think it was a good one if I do say so myself. So, what was your first job, Macy?
My very first job
Yeah.
was when I was 16, freshly turned, June, literally probably within days of turning.
Freshly ripe.
Yeah.
Freshly turned like
probably,
a peach.
Probably within like days of turning 16, because obviously in the UK 16 is like when you can get a job.
Yeah.
I
Unless you're cash in hand.
Yeah, I was an office junior at my dad's office, like where he worked, not his office, but where he worked.
Yeah.
And it was like almost like a construction. It was the construction industry.
Mm-hmm.
I think specifics, it was facade, so glass on the windows. I was at office junior there. It was full of men, like middle-aged, scary men, terrifying. And I was like just gone 16, and like my first ever job, I didn't really know what to do. I was booking flights as well. Like, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, flight booking.
It was my first experience of a commute, because obviously it was a 9 to 5 because it was an office.
How did you adjust to your first 9 to 5?
I didn't.
I'm still
traumatized.
I'm still adjusting.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting, but I did that for like 3 months before I went on to do my A-levels.
Mhm.
So I started sixth form in the September, so I just did it like in that time.
Okay.
In the summer that we had off, really. I was so happy to finally be done with it, and like
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I'm like going into sixth form, so I don't have to do this job. It was the commute. Like, none of my friends were really working. It was just because obviously my dad got me. I was basically a nepo baby.
And you had the time.
Yeah, and I had the time, and like my friends just, it wasn't in their plans for someone to get a job like that, maybe a part-time one, but I went full whack.
Yeah, you really
and
went in the
did
deep
that.
end there.
Yeah, I used to have to wake up so early, and I had to buy all these office clothes that I'd obviously never had before,
Yeah.
and I didn't have office style back then. I really remember going in
Who does
in
at
like
16? Come on.
some trousers, and they were like ankle grazers. And then this yellow top, which was like a t-shirt, but it had like a little tie here, so I don't even know how to explain it. And it just, yellow wasn't my shade. Like, imagine me in mustard yellow. It's just it's not it. And like, I don't even remember what shoes I wore. It wasn't I don't think it was trainers. It would have been like workwear
The
shoes.
loafers.
Maybe Kim.
brogues.
Yeah. Maybe Kim made me get some like brogues
Mm.
or something. That's my mum, by the way. Shout out to my mum. Maybe she like was like, these are cute because they were back then. But now that I look back, I shiver. I literally shiver at the thought.
So that was your first job.
Yeah. After that, my first like part-time job was JD.
Okay.
So that's a bit more unserious, like a sale assistant. But my very, very first time job was Office Junior. So I can't say JD was my first, although it was my longest and more serious role.
Okay.
What was your first job?
My first job was I was a waitress.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I was a waitress.
a waitress.
A
I
waitress.
was a waitress.
I was a waitress. I was a waitress at a French restaurant, actually.
Quite
Yeah,
invisible string.
yeah. In my first like month, I dropped a bottle of French cider over a man.
How did he react?
He wasn't best pleased. He was only 16.
I remember when I worked at JD and then I worked at Next and then I worked at Outfit. Do you remember Outfit? So I did basically every retail shop on this retail park by me. And this couple really wanted this jacket. We didn't have it in stock, so I phoned up a different branch and they had it in stock. And I was like, yeah, can I reserve it? And they travelled over to this store, and this store must have sold it. So they came back and complained. And like, it really upset me because I knew that I obviously reserved it, but
Yeah.
like, you know, you just feel so bad when you
Yeah,
do
I
something
know.
wrong. And I can imagine if you
Yeah, I cried after
you like
I dropped
spilt
the
some,
cider.
like,
Yeah.
whoa,
But it was my first like
that's
time
really
serving
hard.
a tray of like drinks, and the cider was torn, and I like knocked my arm, and it went
You
all
didn't
over him.
distribute the weight properly.
No, well, I took my arm the wrong way round, basically. And you know, cider, like that kind of stuff, the smell of it is like strong.
It's apples, isn't it?
Yeah, he was also French. Mm.
What did he say? Like, did he
Didn't really
say
say,
anything to you? Or
he was just like, the whole like,
did it go over him?
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Because I was gonna say, like, if it just felt like, yeah, it's annoying, but you would have just got him another one.
yeah.
But I guess because it went over
No,
him, that's a
he
little-
was damp. Yeah.
Oh,
Poor
and
guy.
smelt like
Yeah.
apples.
Mm.
Whatever they do with apples, ferment them, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, so that was my first job.
Oh,
But I had other jobs
Are you
after
okay?
that. Yeah. Don't worry about me and my cider man.
You know, I think this is a common thing with people who work in hospitality. Because Georgia, our friend, she worked at a restaurant. And I think it was her first week. She served this woman fish and chips and dropped the fish on this woman's lap, obviously by accident. And her initial reaction was to just, mind the pun, fish it out of this woman's lap. And she put it back on the plate. And then she quit. I don't think she even got fired.
You know
she
what?
quit.
Yeah.
She went back to the kitchen and she quit. And she was like, "This is not for me." Because how do you come back from that?
Yeah.
Some people do, but
It's like that.
it's because I can imagine Georgia doing it. Why it's so funny? Like, literally.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I had other jobs after that. Tesco was probably my longest one. So I was a
So,
supermarket girly.
when
before.
people say, like, what's your first job? This is what I was trying to get at with JD. Like, JD was probably my first serious job because it was where I was for the longest.
Yeah.
And Tesco for you was probably your first serious. But in terms of actual first job, it was these.
Should we look at what everyone else said?
Yeah, enough about us.
So we asked our viewers.
Go on, girl, tell me.
And we have quite a few different ones. So first one I've got is air hostess, flight attendant.
So fun as a first job. So fun.
Iconic,
That's a really
right?
great
Love
first
that.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great one.
Speaking of air things, airlines.
Speaking of air.
That's it. No,
That's
I'm
it.
joking. That's not it. Speaking of air, I'd like to digress and share a little story that I've got. I obviously, Holly knows this from personal life, have a ranking system of airlines. EasyJet ranking right at the bottom. And I'm now very confidently saying that EasyJet are ranking right at the bottom because, guys, for the first time in my life, I've experienced my luggage going missing.
We're so sad.
EasyJet, where is my suitcase?
EasyJet,
where is my 23 kg rose gold and black soft suitcase with a
in
red lock
Larnaca
on
Airport.
it?
That's where it is.
That
No, if
never,
it was there.
that never left Larnaca Airport apparently, and if it did, it didn't arrive at the right destination. Where? This is a plea. This is a public plea. Where is my suitcase?
EasyJet, where is my suitcase?
You scrap the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
This is just an announcement. It's an
For
appeal.
EasyJet.
Find Macy's suitcase.
Yeah.
When you edit this on TikTok, I want sad music. I want the rain
Yeah,
effect coming
the rain's
over.
coming in. I'm tagging them everywhere. We're getting your suitcase back.
Hashtag find Macy's case. Because guys, my entire life is in that. Like, this is it's so materialistic and superficial. Like, obviously I've got everything that I need outside of that case. But when in materialistic terms, my entire life is in that case, in the sense of my makeup brushes, my makeup, my bags, my dresses, my shoes, everything that is dear to me as a girl. Guys, the most crucial thing in that case that I'm really missing is the 3 Sunny Angels that I bought. Can I tell you the pull that I got on these Sunny Angels? You ready? The dog collection. I got the toy poodle. I have a toy poodle. Well, I have a mini, but still. I bought 2 from the Cherry Blossom collection.
Oh.
First pull was the bunny with the flowers on the ears, and I was like, oh, cute. I was like, where am I going to put her? I was thinking I'm going to put her in my car on the windscreen. When, like, you know, my mirror.
Yeah.
Went back to buy another one because I was like, they're all kind of cute in here. Like, which one can I get? And I was like, yeah, if I get another rabbit, like, I'll just give it Holly or Lily, like, whoever wants Sunny Angel. Guys, I pulled the peacock. It's like the best one you can get in there.
The peacock.
The peacock.
There's a peacock.
There's a peacock, and it's literally incredible. And I was like, I nearly cried. Millie was with me. Millie was the one who, like, selected the boxes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are my lucky charm here. But guys, they were in the case.
R.I.P. the Sunny Angels.
And it's obviously a blind box, so it's like, can't just go out and rebuy them. The
that.
thrill, I can't repurchase that thrill of opening the peacock and the toy poodle and the rabbit. So if anyone works for EasyJet, please, oh my goodness, please.
Public appeal.
Because it's been a while. It's been a week tomorrow.
Oh,
like, is my case coming home? I'm losing hope.
That's the question of this pod.
It's the question of the week.
Will Macy's case return? Vote now.
So, sorry, that was just a diversion from, mind the pun again, because clearly my case has been diverted somewhere. Just a diversion from air hostess.
From air.
Carry on.
Ow! It was over the face. Okay, next one, slightly different term. We've gone Italian and we've gone to Domino's.
I'm absolutely starving right now. That's a good job. And I've got questions to ask.
Just checking that was.
Yeah, the spider's still up there.
Ask away. Not that I was the one who worked there, but I'm gonna. See
I just want to know, like,
on behalf of the Domino's workers.
Like, what's the training you get for it? Like,
yeah,
when an order comes through, say, because my order is a Texas barbecue, no meat, added pineapple, added sweet corn.
Macy's a veggie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. I eat some fish. Do they, like, have to know it off by heart, or when the order comes through, does it tell them what they have to put on it? Like, do they have to memorize?
Tell them, I think, because think of the things you can add and take off. It's got to tell them.
But, like, everything, or are they supposed to know the basic, like, underlying, and it's just like, okay, remove the chicken and the bacon?
You know a margarita. Is all I'm gonna say. But in terms of a Texas barbecue or a meat feast, you know, it could just.
What about a veggie volcano?
Yeah. You could forget to add a pepper. Like, you need
forget to add a jalapeno.
Now, I feel this may be in the same ballpark as a mixologist in the cocktails. You kind of just know.
They have to know. They have to know.
Do you have to know all your pizzas? Anyone from EasyJet, Domino's, we're looking for you. Okay, please let us know how this works.
And also Domino's, I have another question. This seems quite, like, aggressive. I don't know why it's coming across like that. You know when you order online and you've got, like, the tracker? Is that fake or is it real?
Yeah.
Because I'm watching that thinking, oh, she's in the oven. And, like, if that's fake, like, that is a joy being taken away from me.
Well, I can't see how that would be, like, exact on time. I think that's just
fake.
An estimate. It's
got to be
of
like
timings. Yeah.
No, I think it's literally just generic timings.
Yeah, and if it, you know,
they can't do it for every pizza, but there's that hope in me that wishes it was.
Yeah.
I love a Domino's. What's your side with the Domino's? Mine's wedges. Don't think you can beat Domino's wedges. I think
sorry.
they're the best.
The last time I had a Domino's was a while ago.
Should we have a Domino's one night?
Yeah. I don't ever get a side, just get the pizza. Had the cookies before.
Okay, my thing, this is basically, if like I used to be home alone, I would always order a Domino's and I would do the home alone deal, which is a pizza, a side, and a drink. So I've always had a side and a drink. I feel like the
rather
drink
risky?
selection, not up there to be fair, but the sides, I'd always go for the wedge.
Wedges are good. I have tried a wedge.
Like
but
not fries, like potato. It's like skin
Yeah.
on, and the barbecue sauce. I'm really enthusiastic about
Yeah, I
this.
can tell. It's because you're hungry, probably more so.
I
Just
just
salivating.
yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I carry on talking about that, I'm gonna start barking or something because I'm so hungry. I'm gonna be like a dog.
There's gonna be nothing left of me. It should be one host.
There'll be a bone, like a cartoon bone.
Right. Okay, we've got McDonald's. We're just going through the fast food chains.
Guys, more food, please.
Well, that one's probably a short one. I mean, that's probably very
McDonald's,
similar to...
but I've actually seen online, like, props to you for getting this because apparently the application process is difficult for McDonald's now.
Yeah, I've seen someone online had a law degree and got rejected from McDonald's.
Well, what are they asking for?
Yeah,
What do you want,
what?
guys?
Overqualified.
Yeah.
But, okay.
I feel like good first job. Like, I think a lot of people, when I
Yeah.
was at school, they were all like, oh, I applied to Mackey's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very high pace. You know,
I
everyone
never
wants
applied to
McDonald's.
Mackey's because it seemed too stressful for me.
Yeah, it's a stressful job.
Yeah.
We've got the local
Nissa. I say Nissa.
Nissa. I don't know.
So, like,
that
check out.
Yeah, similar to what we
in a
kind of said
corner
before. And then
There's
I've
like fluff on my nose.
I'm feeling something on my nose. What is going on?
Maybe it's the boucle
Upside
sofa.
down.
Maybe it's like
It's all the
something's happening to
spiders.
us, guys.
I've also got on here fruit shop, fruit stall.
Fruit stall. That I know this is back in the day, and I know who this is from. This is from my lovely, lovely mother,
Fruit stall.
who worked on the fruit stall.
Got put on the fish stall. And what did she do, Macy?
She
quit.
She handed in her notes. She quit. You know what? She doesn't like fish now either. Like, she really hates.
She's been traumatized.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like eating fish.
Poor Kim.
Poor Kim.
Okay, so those are our answers, which I think we've got a nice mix there. A lot of food.
What don't we have? What hasn't been someone's first job? Like, we've got waitressing.
Oh, lifeguard. People do that a lot. Sorry.
One of my jobs was a receptionist at the gym.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And obviously, I had to speak to a lot of the lifeguards because there was a swimming pool there, and they were all around my age. Like, they were my friends.
Yeah,
and
lifeguards
still,
are a big
like,
one.
I would still regard them as my friends.
Yeah.
And it seems like fun, but they used to ask me, "Do you want to do your lifeguard training?" I said, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
Because that is a lot of responsibility, guys.
Agreed. For a 16-year-old or whatever.
That is crazy. And like, I knew I had no aspirations to continue in that field.
In the water.
Yeah, in the water, yeah. So I just thought, there's no point spending that money for me to go do the course, guys.
Yeah.
Give it to someone else.
I'm trying to think now, what else do people do common? Lifeguarding, I thought, was always a common one. As part-time jobs. A lot of people at mine used to work at the pharmacy.
I thought you were going to say the farm then. And I know the farm is like the shop. You know, the farm shop. Yeah. But I guess that's just checkout.
Yeah.
So.
Much of a muchness.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so moving on.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business. We want to talk
Enough
about...
of the horseplay. Enough of the joking around.
We want to talk about the hidden realities of your first job. So, what tasks or things that you typically end up doing that you didn't think you would do, or that typically aren't on your job description?
For my first job specifically.
Let's widen the scope here.
Okay. Making cups of tea, making drinks. I'm not saying that as like a complaint, because I think it's courtesy, and I love it when people say, "Do you want a cup of tea?"
It does stress me out slightly.
It's not in your job description, but it's something that you find yourself doing, and I personally enjoy it.
I only enjoy it if I know the team.
I enjoy it. Sorry,
That's all right.
I enjoy it,
She
but
touched the
it
pen.
is really overwhelming when you've got multiple orders. As in, I like my tea not too strong. I like mine with 2
That's
sugars.
hard.
Can I have a coffee, but can I have it with like creamer instead of milk? I've never had that, for example.
If you had an American in the vicinity.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Hard, stressful.
Yeah, especially oh gosh,
Not part of my job description, but still.
going into a new team and having to get to know the drinks round, that gives me the most anxiety about the whole thing. More than the whole
The
job.
first time you do the drinks round in a new
Oh,
job,
no.
and it's like you know that they're thinking this
Yeah.
is an awful cup of tea. But also, people do say have that tactic: make a bad cup of tea, and they won't ask you to do it again.
Yeah, that's true. Do it wrong so you don't have to do it. But then you
But
want to do it
I
right.
pride myself on like
Yeah,
my tea
good
making
drink.
skills. Yeah,
I've heard that the
feeling
new
very like British right now.
yeah,
Mm.
very patriotic.
Yeah,
The new
land of the
team
tea.
that I'm going into because I'm moving seat, guys. If you didn't know, from corporate to corporate litigation, so not that far.
She's taking one step.
Taking one step to the left.
Take a bed now, y'all.
And the regulatory team in corporate litigation, they're known for the drinks round apparently, but they all have it from the coffee machine, so it's fine. It's just one and done. You just press the button.
They just don't want to get up and like do it.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
just
easier.
exchange the cups. Isn't that great? I don't even have to make the tea.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that one. Um,
You have to let us know
Yeah,
how it
I'll
goes.
let you
We
know.
look forward to finding out about that, don't we, guys?
So I think that's definitely one.
Yeah.
That's not in your job description.
But that's very like, that's not serious.
Yeah,
You know, that's fun.
definitely. I think that's a nice one. What else have we got? I'm just trying to think. That's not in the job description.
Well, I guess it depends on like maybe where you came from in a role or where you're going. So, for example, when I was speaking about paralegal roles before getting a TC, they would mention to me, there is like a high possibility that you'll be given work in the trainee capacity whilst you're in your paralegal role because you're going into that and like they know that you're capable of it. So I'm guessing if you've came from a role with previous experience where it's maybe you've had higher responsibility than the role you're in now, you're gonna get given more responsibility that's not in your job role.
Yeah. I think also pace.
Mm.
You might not know in a job description or at the beginning that the team you're working in or where you're working, the pace will vary and it may pick up.
Yeah.
And you just have to adapt. Things like that, you just have to adapt and be able to move with it. That won't necessarily be like explicit to you, maybe. That kind of just comes with the territory that you're going for.
Yeah, I think maybe moving away from like what jobs you'll be given that aren't necessarily in your job role and staying on the topic of pace is that you will be like the role might not be what you expect it to be in the sense of you're going into it thinking, okay, it's a junior role, but you're actually given a lot more responsibility than you anticipated for it to be a junior role.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. I agree. I also think that you might need to take a bit of time to just sort of establish your work-life balance and get used to it. That again isn't always like
But I think
explicit.
you'll figure that out, like obviously with your
Mm,
first job, your first corporate job, immediately you're probably going to struggle with your work-life balance because
yeah,
it's something that you're not used to.
it's new.
So it is about finding that balance. How did you? She doesn't have a work-life balance, which is why we're giggling.
Moving on.
But I think you struggle with work-life balance because you have this as well. It's not just like
this
your
is a
actual
second job.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah. Well,
which
he's
are,
got two
which
jobs. Yeah.
yeah, which are very we have I'm very grateful for and I love it.
Well, your work-life balance does make sense because you've got more work than life.
Yeah.
Like you work twice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you only have time because of the amount of hours in a day to life once. So
Yeah,
it does just
life
seem.
once. I work twice, I life once. Yeah, that's it. That's the wording.
You
That's
know
the
what I
sentence.
mean, girl.
That's honestly, that's so right. I'm gonna get that tattooed. I work twice, I live once. Yeah. So yeah, it's like proportionate to what I've got going on.
Did you think, it's really difficult for Holly to speak about this, I think. No, because not in the sense that like, you don't have a work-life balance. Obviously, your first corporate job was your TC.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, oh, have you found that like being in roles with less responsibility in the corporate world, like your work-life balance was better, but obviously you haven't had that.
Not yet. I mean, again, it's like if I didn't do a second job, basically, I think my work-life balance would be different.
I want to speak about it from a perspective because I've just had this thought. Obviously, I was a paralegal and I've also been a HR administrator in the corporate sort of
Yeah.
industry. I found that I was a lot less, I was a lot more enthusiastic about like life and the life part of the work life balance in the HR role than I was paralegal. And I think that was because of the amount of work.
Yeah.
Like in the paralegal role, I naturally had work that I was still thinking about, like outside of hours, because I knew I had to do it tomorrow, or like there was an ongoing case or something. Whereas HR, it was kind of tasks that were, I'd get it, they'd be done, I'd get it.
Go.
Yeah, and it was just, oh, I wonder what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like I wonder what's at my desk tomorrow. Whereas paralegal role, I was like thinking of it outside of work, and I guess that's similar with you.
Yeah, it's like if you're running on a deal, it's like
You are
that deal
thinking about it.
can span for usually like 3 months, 6 months, something like that. So I am thinking about the next stage on each day and what I've got to do in each day.
Yeah, and I do think this is something to like anticipate in your first role, that especially if you're going into law, you probably are going to still be thinking about the work, and
I
it's
think it's
about
hard
finding
not
out how to shut off.
especially when you know.
It's also so exciting when you knew, like, even
Yeah.
though I say I was less enthusiastic about like going out with friends or whatever, that was just because I was tired,
Yeah.
and I wasn't as tired in the HR role because I wasn't doing as much as the
Yeah.
paralegal role. But I think you get so excited because you do have this responsibility, and you're like, oh, I'm kind of important
do
at work.
this. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's all relative to how
Well,
much working and how much life you're doing.
yeah.
But in terms of just moving away from that, what do you think helps us like thrive in our jobs? What are the things that make us enjoy work or make us
So like,
thrive, not survive?
what makes you like enjoy going to work?
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I think
The coffee machines.
the coffee machines.
They're so fun because I think
The amenities.
I wouldn't say I think coffee. What I was supposed to say was I think coffee is a novelty.
Sorry, continue.
I think coffee is a novelty. Like, oh, I'm going. Do you want to go grab a coffee? Like,
Yeah,
this morning we grabbed a coffee. Like, that's such a fun activity.
we did.
So knowing that you've got a coffee machine at work and you can go and get one anytime,
Great feeling.
it's great.
I think also now I did this today in work actually. Like building relationships in your firm. So I went for I went for a coffee. Here we go. It's like a thing. Went for a coffee with a partner I think she was in a different, obviously in a different team to me. And it was great. Like we built I built a connection and a relationship with her that I wouldn't have if I didn't reach out and speak to
Yeah.
her. Yeah, she was fantastic. She used to be a judge.
Oh,
Fantastic.
very
Yeah.
interesting.
Sorry, it's so interesting. Like, yeah, she used to sit in Cardiff. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
I think another thing, yours is on the more serious side. I feel like mine is more like cash. To answer this question, is like having that. But it's not necessarily like going to work. It's before you go to work, but thinking about like, what am I going to wear?
yeah,
What's my outfit going to be?
yeah, that can be nice.
What color
especially
am I
if
going to wear? Like,
you-
it's fun because we do dress up.
It is a dress up. Yeah.
We say in jumpers, but like, you know,
This is post
we are like
job one,
heel
so-
wearers. Like, we like to accessorize.
Yeah, our
And I think
toes tell
that's
us that.
and I think that's really like fun to think of.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it can be a little bit if you've got a busy week and you're a little bit tired. I will admit
It's a
it can be
small
very
thing in
difficult
life.
for me sometimes. I'm like, oh my
No, but it's
gosh.
like a small joy.
Yeah,
you
it's one
know.
of those things. It's like, oh, it's like giving Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
When I wake
Wake
up
up
in my own pink world, I get up out of bed and wave to my homegirls. Hey Barbie! Okay, we need to stop or we'll get copyrighted.
Okay.
Copyrighted, copywritten.
Copyright.
Ted.
Okay. Having a mentor, we do this at our firm, trainee buddies.
Yeah,
That's always fun.
always paired up with a buddy. A lot of firms do this, and I
Yeah.
think it's
I think it's universal.
it's
I
a
think it's
go-to.
needed also.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really fun because it's another person, another point of call where you go and say,
I think a buddy as well, obviously. You can listen to this podcast to try and get an insight to what you will get out of your first job, but your buddy's actually lived that.
yeah, they've
So
done
they'll
it.
be able to give you, obviously, niche
First-hand advice.
first-hand advice, yeah. And I think that's so important, especially being juniors ourselves. Like we've seen how it's benefited us from having a
Yeah.
buddy. It's
Yeah.
it's nice to see the progression that can be made as well. And like though you're in day one position now, you're looking at someone who's also been in day one and look at where they are.
Yeah. So that's a testimony to them.
Yeah.
And you can see that yourself. But also, I think making sure you keep positive feedback. So what we were saying earlier about it's a small win, or like looking at what you're picking out and stuff with what you wear and things. When you get positive feedback, that's all small wins too. That'll help you thrive rather than survive in your work environment. Because
Yeah.
especially if you make positive feedback folders, as I've mentioned before, and you can look back on that and then be like, right, well, oh yeah, I did this well, I did that well, and that's going to in turn help you do your job better because you know you're capable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Keep track of your small wins
Yeah,
and your big wins, but
definitely.
your small ones.
And I think just take care of yourself as much as you
Mm.
can because that's going to make you better at your job.
You're going to be able to perform better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're taking care of yourself both mentally and physically, which I know sometimes is easier said than done, but it's really important that we keep aware of that.
Don't let work become life.
Mm. You are probably supposed to life a bit more than you work, you know? Just don't look at me. No, I'm joking.
Don't put work. Don't let your life be work.
Yeah, don't let work dictate your life. Like that's what we
There's a thing that I saw and it was like don't look back seeing that you worked like to live basically instead of actually living.
Yeah, some people live to work, work to live. Yeah, I know, I see.
Yeah.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
So schedule segue. Sorry,
Segue.
segue into our
I don't know where that's
Where did
from.
that
We've never
come
done
from?
that before.
Where did that noise come from? Into our like final section of this episode.
Mhm.
What are your tips for navigating your first few months in a new job? Corporate, non-corporate. Let's broaden the horizon. Let's broaden the scope. Let's go for any job.
Be
No.
kind.
Mm.
Be nice to everyone. No, like, don't engage in any conversation that's negative about colleagues or the corporation itself.
Mhm.
Until you've actually established who you can have those conversations with, you know, and you've learned enough about the corporation to have an opinion on it. Like, don't just engage for the sake of having a
Yeah.
conversation, because I just think you just want to show your best self in the first few months. So by not being caught up in like any conversations that are negative that people who have been there over 10 years may be having, and they've earned every right to form this opinion, you you don't sort of have that authority yet to do so, and you don't want to, because you probably don't, that's not your opinion basically what you're
Yeah.
holding. You're just going off what someone else is saying, and you don't want to come across in that way, is my
Yeah.
opinion. I don't know, I just think be kind. I've always been told just don't speak negatively, and if you are going to, at least allow it to be your genuine opinion.
Yeah. And
But don't do it early on, because you don't want that to be everyone else's opinion on you. Is what I'm
obviously
trying to say.
unless you need to raise something.
Oh, of course. I mean it more in a gossipy way. Like,
Yeah, there
just
we go.
don't.
Yeah.
No. If there's something to raise it 100%. I don't care if it's your first week or
Yeah.
whatnot. Like, if there's a genuine concern, raise it. But if it's like gossipy, negative conversation,
Stay out of that. Yeah.
stay out of it, because in your first few months, the harsh truth is you don't know who your friends are at work until you've been there long enough to genuinely establish that. So
And it also
I
is
think be careful
work.
what you say.
Yeah.
It's work, it's a professional environment. Not everyone has best intentions. People who you think who are your friends at work could well be not your friends. So it's best just to
Keep it
be kind to
professional, yeah.
everyone and allow everyone to be able to have a positive opinion on you.
Yeah,
Is
I
my
agree.
biggest advice for your first few months in a job.
Mm.
Learn as much as you can, absorb as much as you can.
Be a sponge.
Be a sponge. Again, with this, it's not being resistant to the authority.
Yeah.
You just kind of get your head down in the first few months to learn.
Grow. Set some
Yeah.
goals, some small ones.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Seek opportunity.
Yeah, but also don't just sit back and think, oh, I'm new. I don't need to try.
Yeah.
Because you do. Celebrate your progress, right?
Celebrate your progress.
Small wins, again, or big wins, whatever kind of wins they are.
Yeah.
I think that's important to celebrate what you've done well, and really, because any new job is difficult. You're learning so much, and
Celebrate your first day.
yeah, you're absorbing so much and so quickly as well, because you're trying to keep up with the pace of everyone else who's in the team who has been here for how many years or whatever. So I think cut yourself some slack there as well.
I think going off the back of cutting yourself some slack, be kind on yourself if you do make a mistake.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. You're not, you are a new hire. Everyone makes mistakes, even seniors make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you're a new hire or not.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Depending on what your job is, obviously. I mean, if you make a mistake and you're like a medical professional,
we don't know how that. Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but I'm assuming you don't allow yourself to make mistakes. If you're a surgeon, there's obviously more of a risk for you to make a mistake.
That's why we have two surgeons in a.
Yeah. But
in the theatre.
but if you're in like a corporate role where a mistake is not the end of the world and
save PDFs, not lives kind of thing.
No one's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not. It's okay, guys.
Be patient with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Be kind.
That's a great.
Be kind to yourself.
End to our episode.
I think be kind to yourself and be kind to everyone in the workspace is just my advice that I would give.
It's just be kind. It's just BK.
BK. Be kind because you can't go wrong with being kind. And yeah, you might be in the workplace and people might not like that you're kind and they might like take that as like, oh, I don't like them. That's fine. Remain kind.
Just authenticity. Yeah.
Remain kind, remain authentic. Yeah. It's my biggest tips. And you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll
will. Figure it out.
And if it's your first job, congrats. And have a great first day.
And if you hate it, don't be scared to quit.
Yeah, if you don't
enjoy
something,
give it time because it is your first job and you're probably going to be like, oh, I hate commuting
leave.
Every day.
Yeah.
But if you genuinely aren't happy in your role, I think don't be scared to start again and get another.
Yeah.
Do another first day.
If something's making you unhappy, don't stay in it just because it's you did X amount of years for it or whatever.
It's okay to start over.
Your happiness is still.
Well, we're really preaching be kind, be happy.
We are, but that's
it.
True.
Life motto: be kind, be happy.
Be kind, be happy. And on that note, we're
kind, be happy. Don't worry.
Yeah. don't worry. We've added that one in now. Don't worry.
I'll just keep reeling them off. Holly will say it's the end of the episode, and I'll be like, wait, I got one more.
Wait, be kind. Wait, be happy. Be nice. Yeah, but we hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope it was a good one for you, especially because we know a lot of students and juniors will, be seeking their first jobs and going into their first jobs, whether it's office space or not.
I think it's a difficult one to talk about because obviously it's so consumer specific. It's not the right word, but user girl.
We spoke about working two jobs. It's really showing now.
Yeah. No, I think it's so specific to the person, like obviously how you're going to react on your first day, if you're nervous about it, if you're not. So it has been difficult in this episode to kind of speak about that, but I think it's good for us to have covered some sort of things that you'll expect. You're going to be working outside of your job description. That's something to expect. The lightheartedness of the coffee machine and outfits and whatnot. But I do think the biggest message in this is if you're in a first job, just stay authentic, stay genuine to yourself. If something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Address that, whether that's seeking a new job, whether that's speaking up to whoever you need to speak up to. But yeah, just stay kind to everyone in the workplace. And like I said, you'll figure it out and have fun. Enjoy it. It's life. You are living. This is it. This is it. You only get one chance. You don't get another life after this. This is it. So see work as an opportunity rather than a chore.
Yeah.
I think trying to have
That's
that
a nice
mindset,
perspective.
trying to have that mindset of, wow, I get to wake up and go to work, which I know you're laughing at me right now. But by that,
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
laughing at
like,
you.
yeah, no, but by that, I mean, like,
I
wow, I
yeah.
have the opportunity to see these people that I
She
get
means
on with.
romanticize your life, basically. In a
Romanticize
way.
it.
Yeah.
Do a day in the life. Holly does.
I do it all the time. I did it today.
Yeah,
Go watch it.
go watch it. You know, just really enjoy it. It's your first job. It doesn't need to be your last job.
Yeah.
Take the pressure off yourself. You got this.
Well said. Anything else to add, my friend?
No, I'll shut up now.
So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching or listening, whether
Thank
you're
you.
streaming on Spotify or watching on YouTube. We appreciate you
Yeah.
and thank you so much. And we just encourage, again, anyone, any questions, anything you want us to address, specifically add, look at, review, let us know. Send us across on email or whatever you prefer.
Yep.
And we'll have a look. So, yeah, thanks so much, guys.
See you next Monday.
See you next Monday. Bye.